everybody, it's me, Kelly Dressy, and I wanted to make a quick video for you tonight about breast pumps. I had this request actually from somebody who took one of my breastfeeding classes a couple nights ago, and people were wondering about the Medela breast pump and how to put all the parts and pieces together. And there are quite a few pieces and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I just want to break it down for you guys a little bit. I have all the parts and pieces set up right here. It's kind of hard to see. I am hanging out in my son's Avengers room, if you can't tell. It was the only room in the house that was quiet. My husband graciously has the boys downstairs. So, let's talk parts and pieces. This is piece number one. This is your breast shield, and they come in different sizes. This size right here is the 27mm flange, or the large. And this one is the 24mm. This is the size that the Medela breast pumps automatically come with. Most people are not a 24, so I automatically suggest everybody, please go get sized and fitted for your breast pump, and make sure that whoever is sizing you watches you pump for about 5 minutes, because your nipples will continue to expand and stretch during your pumping session, and I want to make sure that you are getting a good fit. So don't just look at the nipples and assume, and don't put it on and start pumping and say, oh yeah, it's a good fit, or not. You want to watch for a few minutes to make sure that it's a good fit a couple minutes into the pumping session. Little tip there. So that is the first piece. And then there's this plastic part here, which is what connects the breast shield and the bottle together. Okay? And this has a little yellow valve inside of it. I'm going to take it off. 1 second. Ugh, it's not coming off. Sorry about that. Okay. So inside of this plastic connector piece, it connects on right there, is this little yellow valve. Okay? When you are putting your pump together, you'll need to make sure that this yellow valve is on here, and you need to make sure that this little white piece is also on there. That little white piece is called a membrane, and it's actually one of the most important factors of suction on your pump. So if this is not connected to the yellow valve, your pump is not going to work. And if it's not pushed in all the way, your pump is not going to work. You need to make sure, especially if you're using your pump frequently, if you're at work, you need to make sure that you are changing these white membranes pretty darn frequently. If you're pumping for a full 40 hours Monday through Friday at work, I would replace these weekly, honestly. They really do make a huge difference when it comes to pumping. And if you ever notice that your output is decreasing for some reason, I would jump first to changing these little white rubbery pieces of equipment, because it really does make a difference. Alright, so all you do is you take the membrane and you put it right there in the valve. It's got a little notch and it sticks right on there. Then you take the valve and you put it right here on the end of the connector. Just like that. Fits together pretty easily. And then all you do is screw it into your bottle. I'm going to set this up right here. Let me do that. Perfect. Okay. And then you just screw this all together. Take your breast shield and stick it into the end. Boom. Like that. It's pretty simple. And then of course you have your tubing. Now there's two different ends on the tubing. The ends are different. There is just regular tube end, and then there is this plastic end. Depending on which type of pump you have, sometimes the tube fits into the top of the pump, and sometimes it actually fits in here in the back. different pumps have different pieces, and I've even seen some of the new Medela pumps don't have this system at all. There's actually just a little circle at the top. It doesn't have the little yellow valve inside. There's just one piece that all fits right in the top. So it depends on what pump you have, but this one is a pretty common pump, and mine fits right here in the back. So once you have it connected in the back, this part is all ready to go. Then all you have to do is take this piece and you are going to plug it inside of your pump right there, right on this part right here where I'm pointing. I'll show you that really quickly. Boom. That's it. And then so you would repeat that on both sides. If you decide that you're only going to pump on one side, there's that little rubber yellow connector piece right there. All you do is take it and you plug up the other hole on the other side, just like that. You can see it right here. I moved that over. So that will cover up the suction on the other side so that you can just pump on one side if you don't want to use both. If you want to use both, of course, you would just put the other tube on the hole. So when you go to start your pump, one, you want to make sure that the power cord is plugged in, which is this black piece right here. Most pumps come with a power cord. Some of them also come with a handy dandy car charger, so this actually just plugs right into your car, so you can pump in the car on the go. And then to turn your pump on, you have a little yellow knob in here. That is this piece right here. And what you want to do is you turn it on just like that by twisting it. It's really simple. Before you start, you want to take the pump and take your breast and center the pump on your breast. Oops. So that you're making sure that your nipple fits. Center right into your pump. Like so. And then, I'm going to do this. Will this work? Let's find out. This is the shakiest, craziest video I've ever made, guys. I should have stood up on a table. I'm sorry. Alright, cool. So we are good to go. My nipple is center in the tube. So then what you want to do is take your pump and turn it on. And there it goes. Okay. You know you've hit the right speed for your pump when you turn it up and it's started to get a tiny bit uncomfortable, and then you turn it right back down to where it is comfortable. So you want the pump to be at the highest point that it can be while it's still absolutely comfortable. That's really important, okay? You don't want to just turn the pump all the way up. Pumping should not hurt. So if it's uncomfortable, turn it back down to the point where it is comfortable, even if that means that it's comfortable at the lowest setting. You're going to get the most effective pump when you are comfortable. The next thing you want to do, as soon as your milk lets down, you're going to hit this little yellow button that's in here, right there. You're just going to push it. Okay. Did you hear the change in the pump? Can you see a change here in the rhythm that it's pumping? It's slowed down just a little bit. Okay? Your pump is going to be most effective when it is in that slower pumping mode after your milk has let down. So you want to push that yellow button. The pump will switch over on its own, but you want to push it when you notice your milk dripping into the bottles. so that you're not wasting time in that first phase. The first phase is called the letdown phase. The second phase is called the expression phase. So your pump will be most effective in that expression phase. So do not hesitate to push that little button after your milk starts flowing. And then that's it. To take it off, just obviously break the suction. You can stick your finger inside of the breast shield to help kind of break that suction if you want to, and then pull your pump off. The only last thing I suggest that you do is take your tubing out of the back of your pump and turn it back on and just let this run for a second. Because if you do, any condensation that might have built up inside of the tube from the heat while you're pumping from your body, it'll just dry that right out so that water doesn't run down the tube and get into your motor, because that will fry your motor pretty quickly. And that is it. That's all I've got for right now. I hope you found this video helpful. I'm sorry if it was a little bit shaky. I was trying to make this video because I had a request for it and I did not want to forget, and I had a really great opportunity while my kids were downstairs with my husband to get it done. Anyway, I'm gonna go put some crazy kids to bed. You guys have a great night and I don't know, that's it. Just have a good night. All right, till next time.